Just put the work first and let the cards fall where they may.
Hey, you hard, student?
With so many hats that you wear, how in the world are you staying consistent?
With all of that,
All of that.
it's one thing at a time.
What does that look like?
You can't do everything everywhere all at once. One at a time. So whatever your task is right now, I had to actually figure it out today. Like I got 3 tabs. I gotta paint, I gotta do some film stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then I gotta prepare I gotta set up the whole space.
Okay.
I can't do all those at one time. One thing at a time. Just put your tasks down and tackle one at a time.
Okay, so 2 different sides here. Is one at a time, okay, you have 24 hours in the day and you are blocking out time to work on that one thing in that specific block? Or are you saying you're not doing anything else until you finish that painting? Then once you finish the whole painting, then you're moving to the next.
Oh no. I'm a little chaotic in my process. Like and like yesterday I had a crazy day where like I'm writing jokes and then I'll just stop and I'll just go paint something. And then I stop. Because the painting, it develops over time. Like if I try to paint a whole painting in one sitting, it won't be as good because I'll have new thoughts
Right.
that I'm gonna put to it. So like there's one painting I'm actually thinking about right now. Like I'm glad I let it sit because now I know what I want to put on it. I believe in just following the energy, flowing.
Yeah. How long did it take you to write the first one in May?
The first one,
Mm-hmm.
like the first act,
Mhm.
so this is crazy. This is so crazy. I opened my first art show here in Charlotte on May 15th.
Okay. Okay.
Right? Or May 13th. What would that be, right? I didn't have it in mind. The next day, I'm just driving on the freeway and it's coming to mind.
Mm.
And I'm like, oh, I need to write this. So May 16th was like around when I wrote it.
Mm-hmm.
And then May 30th we're on set. So 2 weeks.
Okay, wait. How you pull a whole production
in 2 weeks?
How did you basically wrote it and put a whole production within no time?
This is a living piece of art, but it's also like I feel like it's like a God ordained piece of art because as I'm writing, I'm sometimes I'll cast stuff before I even have the thing written. And like, so another thing is I'll meet somebody and be like, oh, I know exactly what character you're about to be. I don't tell them that, you know? I know exactly what you're about to be.
Not in your mind manifest.
Yeah, that's what happens. So I'm literally driving down the freeway, and luckily enough, I had already did another production where I had the pleasure of meeting the daughter in the in the show. Her mom was a Howard alum like myself, so she was a good friend, and so I'm like, oh, I'm gonna cast her to be the daughter. I need the mother. Where am I going to find this mother? I need to find someone who kind of looks like she could be her mother.
Right.
I'm literally doing this as I'm driving down the freeway.
Yeah.
I park at VisArt Video where we actually shot the film. I walk into VisArt and there goes April, who is starring as the mother. I said, I need to find the mother, and I walked in and she's there. That was crazy.
And it was good that you acted on it as soon as possible.
As soon as you make the step, even if things are unknown, the pieces keep coming in place.
Right.
So yeah, so I'm basically now, the first half of the film is already casted. You only need a mom, a dad, and a kid.
Right.
We got it. Now, I need the crew. I had already been working on some stuff with my crew, so we already built up some chemistry. So I'm like, all right, bet. 2 weeks later, let's throw on set. And it was crazy. Yeah, it was so crazy.
So, okay, take me back. Take me back to the process from idea to execution. Okay, you're driving, you're thinking about it, but what are we doing to actually execute to where, okay, we are now standing in the middle of the production?
Right, but you gotta find the location. Location is always the most important thing.
Okay.
That sets the whole mood. Like I need these characters are rich. This is me creating this future where it's like we both manifested our dreams. We're super rich. I need to find a mansion. So Peer Space is always a great option to find stuff to play. They have people who have putting their mansions up so you can actually shoot in their mansion. So we found a great mansion to shoot at. Once we got the mansion, everything is on the set. Now we got to do the shot list. We got to figure out how it's gonna. I'm like involved in every. I'm very meticulous about things. I can't have my hands off. So like, we got to make the shot list. We got to figure out the vibe, how it's gonna look. What's my inspirations, my visual inspirations. Master of None season 3 was my biggest inspiration for act 1 at least.
Okay.
And I wanted to have that like it's shot in 4:3 format where it's not like the full screen, it's kind of like that box old school film, and just long takes where you just letting the characters breathe and just living with them.
Right.
So that was a thing. Figure out the tone, how you want to do wardrobe. Even the wardrobe was crazy.
Okay.
I mean, that's most of my other productions. I've actually had like a ward, like we were a tight knit crew. We only had like 12 people on our crew.
Okay.
The Magda we had, I had people doing a bunch of different stuff.
Right.
But this one I'm kind of doing a bunch of stuff at once. So like, I love Charlotte too. So they got all these vintage shops and all these vendors and stuff. I'll be walking down the street. I'm like, oh, there goes the piece. I want that character to wear this, and then we put that together. So now I'm just really going with the flows, my creative abilities, realizing how much creative power I have.
Right.
And now I'm just trying to bring it all together. Yeah, so wardrobe, we got the casting, we got the crew, we gotta get people to come, sound, we gotta get the food, crafty, feed everybody. Yeah, we did everything. We shot it in 2 days. We shot the first half one day, and then we had to come back to the mansion for another day. And then you got part 1 out the way. Then so crazy how we've been doing it. So I've been having these shows. So what I would do is we shoot part 1, I edit part 1, I screen part 1. Then you go and shoot part 2, I edit part 2, then we screen part 1 and 2. It's kind of like people will be following us along on this journey as we keep adding pieces to it.
Right.
And so now I just shot just a tiny intro of part 3 that I'm gonna put together tonight for tomorrow, and then we're gonna screen that, and then you shoot act 3 and put that together, and then we screen that. So it's just kind of like it's like an episodic series, but also like we've been doing this episodic because we're not doing it all at once. So it's kind of like even the crew was like, when are we doing the next one? I don't know. We gotta figure it out.
Wow. So the crew, are these people that you made relationships with and you are able to call? Because with this being a 2-week span, calling all these different people who need to put the puzzles together, do you have relationships with
Absolutely, yes, yes. So I had a screening of the Mecca at Independent Picture House in April.
Okay.
And though we have like these filmmaker monthly meetups, and people can connect. Literally after that screening is when I started meeting all my crew. Like they literally were at the screening. They came up to me after the screening, and I started meeting with them, and then I hired them to work on this tiny piece to promote my art exhibition. And so after that, we just keep building along, and then you just get more concepts. So that's like they know people, so then they bring their people, and now those people are now my people. Now it's kind of like this whole big community of filmmakers now. So now it's like I got like 3 different, really 4 or 5 different people who can shoot that I can just literally hit up right now, and I just choose based off of what the job we need to get done is. So crazy how if you build it, they will come. Like they just keep coming. That's it. I never really have to overextend myself to do things. And I'm also learning to not do that because I've actually disappointed myself or felt flat trying to overextend myself instead of just allowing things to come to me.
Yeah.
So that's what I want.
I like that. I like that mentality. How important is it to screen? Because you're not waiting till it's all said and done. You're kind of screening in between. I understand like building the community and letting them come, and see the journey. But how important is it just to screen in general?
That's where you get the feedback. And I think this is my first time doing it in this way because like I ultimately, once it's finally done, then we're going to have like the real premiere.
Yeah.
But this is my way of like seeing, how is this joke landing? How is this piece? Does this piece feel like the dull moment? So now I'm getting. It's like I'm getting because I'm also a stand-up comedian. So it's kind of like I'm using the film as a stand-up comedy piece in the sense of I'm workshopping it in front of audiences, seeing the feedback, and then using that to then edit it down and make changes so that we can make the final piece great. So it's been great to have the screens to get the feedback because once it's done, that's what really put it out into the world. And once you put it on the internet, that's just the end. So
Right.
yeah.
No, that's super dope. How you paying for it?
Oh, out of pocket. So I worked on so I still work in LA in Hollywood. I was a writer's assistant on My Life with the Walter Boys with Netflix.
Okay.
So that ended in our room wrapped in July.
Mm-hmm.
So I basically everything every time I get a job in Hollywood, I will take a lot of the money that I made off that show and I
Okay.
made it. So I took the money I made off of Insecure and made the Mega. And now I took all the money I made on Walter Boys and made Kid. So it's really been out of pocket. We got a grant. We just got a grant, so that was great.
What did you learn in Hollywood when you were really there, living there, working on different productions that you now use within your own production?
I think Insecure changed everything for me because like that was a unique opportunity in that one, it was a contest that I won to work on Insecure.
Okay.
And I got to work in every department. So I got to see what every department does.
Every department like.
So casting, writer's room, wardrobe, directors. You're going on the director scouts and tech scouts. You're going working with the locations, how they're finding the locations. You're in the editing room, seeing how they edit the show. So I literally saw everything that goes into making a big show on HBO is what I learned there. And now I'm like doing that with Kid. It's hundreds of people working on this, putting that together.
Mm-hmm.
We got 12 people making this thing.
Right.
But because I got the experience and saw what each department needs to do, you just kind of know one piece at a time. So literally everything I learned off of Insecure is what I'm doing now. And like, even I feel like that kind of influence is going to be seen in my work. Like, I very much love Issa Rae and like the team Melina Matsukas who really crafted the visual look of Insecure.
Mm-hmm.
Learning from them, that's really how I make my stuff. So I'm just literally like taking what I learned from them, putting it together.
Okay. Let's go back to Howard. So did you major in filmmaking, or was
Yes.
your major that took you to LA?
It's all like pre-law. I'm like I'm gonna be an entertainment lawyer.
Okay.
But then as I was like, no, I want to make films. So
Yeah.
I just switched my major to film, got my refund check, bought a camera, started making films on campus. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm 10 toes down on film.
Yeah.
And then yeah, the rest is history. Yeah, Howard was my film school. And then just working in LA was like mine in grads. I didn't go to grad school, but working on Insecure and working on these shows like on Netflix and everything, that's literally like grad school in itself. You don't really need to. I'm not about to pay. Why would I pay to go to grad school?
Right.
Because grad school is paying so you can get equipment and get these connections. I'm working with the people with the equipment and connections.
Right.
I do it that way. So I'm getting paid to learn. So that's what happened.
Right. So with you kind of minimizing the crew to 12, are those 12 people working on one or two or three things
Oh yeah,
to make up for
most
the
people-
100?
Yeah, most people are doing at least 3 to 5 things, at once,
Okay.
which is crazy, but that's how it works when you're doing,
Right.
shoestring budget stuff.
Right.
But yeah, everybody has like at least 3 to 5 jobs.
How are you, the talent, directing, and just making sure you're creating a good environment for everybody? Like, how you managing that?
Most of my directing work is done before we even step on set, so that when I get on set, I can just act.
Okay.
Also just making sure you have a great DP.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the person who shoots it. The DP knows if you communicated effectively to your DP, they know what they're doing. The DP, it's kind of like, it's like autopilot that.
Mm-hmm.
And then my assistant director, amazing,
Mm-hmm.
making sure we get everything on schedule on time. So I'm really just, if I feel like, oh, I could have did that line better, or if I feel like, this actor, maybe let's do this again, then I can do that. And then also because they're great at what they do, I'm not having to like, I'm trusting them too.
Right.
Because it takes a lot of time to do this. So as an actor and who's directing the piece, I don't want to have to go behind the monitor and watch it to see if you did it. I just trust if we get it, then
Right.
and we got it. I'll keep moving.
And that goes back to like weaving through all the projects that you're doing, because then they start to see your style, your flow, and how you come across on camera and know, okay, he probably won't like that. Do it again. Or he probably will love that. So let's keep going. Do you agree?
Yes. And
Okay.
that's how it goes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Name a challenge that has shaped the way you work today.
2020, peak of the pandemic. I flew my whole team across the country from LA back to DC to shoot the fully realized version pilot of the Mecha, which really needs to be $1 million, $2 million to shoot. Shot with $40,000.
Okay.
It's never going to come out.
Why?
When I flew out there, I thought everything was going to be great because speaking of the pandemic, there's no school. Nobody's on campus at Howard. So I'm like, and I have relationships with the people who are in the housing department. So I'm like, oh, my connect is going to let me use the dorms to shoot on campus. Perfect. So we got the dorms. Perfect. Nobody's on the yard. We're going to have a yard party on the yard. Perfect. Now, Howard had an issue with me shooting cases. Like, they tried to keep us off campus when we were shooting that. The president had an issue with me, I guess, depicting like the financial aid struggles. Just I don't showing the truth. I don't know why people are so hell bent on stopping you from showing the truth. So they found out about it. That department found out, oh, Tevin is coming back on campus to shoot this thing. You gotta shut this thing down now. So they sent me an email that said, no, you can't do this. Even with Obi know this. It's so crazy. I've always feel like a civil war with me and Howard. Like I have like it's like the actual like the people who are in charge of Howard's public image, like the media relations team or whatever. That they have been the ones stopping things. The film school has been very supportive to me.
Yeah.
The other people like the housing people, they've been supportive with me, but the president's office runs everything, so they shut everything down. So they shut everything down 2 days before we're supposed to shoot. So now I have to scramble and find new locations for everything. Mind you, with the pandemic, where we gonna do that? I have the whole crew is housed in an Airbnb. We turn our Airbnb from like this, large DC house to the residence life office. We had to turn the dorm room to one of the bedrooms, which had like a master bed. It's like a luxurious bedroom.
Yeah.
We had to break down their entire bed, strip the room bare, bought some bunk beds from Walmart, put those in,
Okay.
and made it look like a dorm room.
Okay.
So it shows to the resilience, but it's like it didn't really. We actually really put it off. So then also we got there was like this abandoned rec center.
Okay.
That we used to do like the campus. It was perfect. It looked like a college thing.
Okay.
We shot in there. We got what we needed, and we wanted to do the dorm in there as well. But then they found out and they kicked us out.
Okay.
It was so crazy. It's such a crazy story. We actually found out this was like this abandoned rec house, this rec center. They thought because this piece was like a place where there was like victims of sex trafficking in like they were storing in this place. And they were like, y'all gotta get out of here. There's a lot of illegal activity going on. You gotta get out of here. Oh my gosh. So they kicked us off. So then we had to find another thing for that. And then the yard. We can't shoot in Howard's yard, so we gotta find like a park. And this is where everything blew up. So like we found a great location to shoot it. This final party scene is gonna work. It's not gonna be what I envisioned, but it's gonna work. And then we start shooting. As soon as this hit roll, the cops come and kick us off the park. And now we're shooting it in a backyard of somebody's house, which it totally ruined the story. That's the end. Works. That's the thing. If I felt like it, I could put a little makeup on it. I could do a little editing and visual thing, but I don't want to do that. Maybe I might change my mind, but I think it's fine. So yeah.
I love the resiliency.
Yeah, $40,000 in a hard drive just going to waste. That's crazy.
I don't know. I can't speak for you, but I feel like don't let it go to waste. There's a way to either make that a story or
I will. That's why I'm never going to.
It's something.
Yeah.
Like
I think in the right time I might do something with it, but when the time is right, it's kind of how like music artists have so many,
right.
They got all these songs and stuff. They have whole albums that we've never heard. And
right.
So maybe they'll put it out when it makes sense.
Right.
But also it doesn't match like the quality of what like if I'm gonna put it out, it has to be better than what you've already seen.
Yeah.
So like that's another thing.
Or maybe, down the line some of those scenes will make sense in something new. Maybe. No?
Okay. We're gonna have to change. I mean, I might use those. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with it, but that really taught me everything. Because I learned how to like lead on the fly. I've learned how to have entire things get knocked off course and to pivot. So you can't. There's nothing you could throw at me. Anything could happen. I could really just change direction.
Right.
And I know now, like after doing this, here's the thing: the fact that at every turn there was an obstacle that tried to stop us from making it,
Right.
and yet and still it still got made, showed me that I can execute something from start to finish, no matter what you throw at me.
Right.
And so now that I have that power, I feel like that's where I got like life is like a video game, and that's where I got all my XP points. So now I'm like, oh, I'm a super producer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it built character.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's some advice you would give someone who is creating a short film for the first time?
um, stay true to your vision. Uh, make sure everybody on your team is solid. Make sure you have somebody, and also make sure you have people who know more than you, who can, as in, put, pe- hire people who are better than you in things. Like, you want to surround yourself with greatness and great people. Always hit somebody greater, somebody like, oh, they're really good at what they do. So we put all these great people together, this going to be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, make sure the script is top. I think having table reads is great. So schedule a table read
Okay.
where that's when you have everybody sit around the table and read the lines and see how it's coming off and see how it's flowing. You could do that.
Okay.
Rehearse with the actors.
Okay.
Also, reading other scripts. Once you read enough other scripts
Okay.
and get a knack for like what a great script's supposed to look and sound like, then you can kind of put it against that and what, oh, this is what this is supposed to do.
Any motivation for someone who's watching this? They want to be a filmmaker. They want to create magic with the people that are around them that are like-minded. Maybe they're stagnant in figuring out, like, how do I go to a place like LA and mix and mingle? How do I really get in the room? Just any motivation for someone who may be wanting to be in that industry or in the industry, but maybe having a little self-sabotage.
Just learn how to recognize what's good and what's not good before you do something. Your first thing might not always be good or something, but just study the game. I think because of the access of people being able to create, just pick up their phones anytime, people want to skip the steps and then they think that, oh, I'm gonna make this, it's gonna be great. No, you need to like study, work on the craft. Don't just like pick up the camera and think you're gonna just go crazy. It doesn't happen like that. It's gonna take a long time. It's gonna go through a lot of ups and downs and experience a lot of obstacles. So really just study the greats, figure out your style, figure out what you like.
Okay. I appreciate that.
I appreciate you having me. This was amazing.